What's up everybody, it is Rory J and I am here reviewing Love and Hip Hop Hollywood season, I don't know, episode 1. So it's been a while since I reviewed television shows. It's probably been like a year or maybe like a few months or so, but it's been a long time. I want to get back into doing reviews and stuff. Like, I'm still going to do reaction videos. I love doing reaction videos. But I kind of want to get back into what I was doing before. So I want to have fun with my channel and be very diverse and not stick to one particular thing. So I'm getting back into my reviews. So y'all comment below some suggestions of some shows that y'all want to review, that y'all want me to review, and I'll see if I'll review it. Starting off, K Michelle. I'm so happy to see K Michelle back on the show because I feel like K Michelle has that personality for reality TV. We all loved K Michelle for her loudness, her ghetto-ness, and I'm super excited to see her back on the show. So it opens up with her inside of a car, in the backseat of a car, maybe hers, I don't know. And she's riding around Hollywood, and she's kind of narrating everyone's introduction, like their storyline and stuff. She's introducing everyone, different things, and it was a cute little intro. Keep in mind, you guys, I'm not speaking on everything verbatimly. I'm just going off the top of my head of what I remember or what I feel like deserves to be brought up or to be discussed, you know. So basically just going off the top of my head. So it's going to be all over the place. We started off with K Michelle meeting up with Moniece, Bridget Kelly, and they all meeting up at this restaurant, and K Michelle get out the car, her and Moniece is hugging. They walk into the table to sit with Bridget. They just started discussing different things. K Michelle was telling them about her surgery and getting the foreign objects out of her body, and Bridget was like, foreign objects? And she was like, yeah. She had, at the time, she's fully done with her surgery, she's healed and everything now, but during the taping, you know, she was still like, had the silicone and everything. So she said that they did the first surgery, but now they have to cut the silicone out of her body. So everybody was just like, oh, and I was just like, oh my gosh, like, just the thought of like somebody just cutting, like, I'm not judging anyone who does plastic surgery, but I don't see how you would want to be cut on like that. Like, oh my gosh, like, it's just, I even hate getting needles for IVs or to draw blood, like, and I gotta go and do blood work in a few days. And I don't see how y'all do it, like how y'all go under the knife like that. They started to talk, they got on a discussion about Boobie, and Kay was, she being shady as she is, you know, she was like, oh, you know, he's fine, and you know, she was like, is he smarter than he talk? Like something like that she was saying. So Moniece brings up about Princess and saying how she wants nothing to do with the Norwoods. She even shaded Brandy, Princess, and the rest of them, and I'm just like, girl, that was not necessary, but we already see where this is going, right? So that's what I remember from that table talk. Lyrica, Princess, Nikki, and Paris meets up. Lyrica walks up performing for Kay at her show, and then Paris was like, K Michelle, like, you know, she was a little bit hesitant, and then they show a flashback of Kay accusing Paris of stealing from her. I remember that episode, and it was so funny because it was like they were friends, they were so close, they went everywhere, they did everything together, and Kay just came out at the end of the season and was like, that bitch stole from me. And I remember I was in shock, but I was laughing because it was so funny. So Kay and Paris haven't been cool for a while. They're probably going to try to get them together to work things out and fix things, but I don't know if that's going to work because, yeah, it's just let it go and just let it be and let God. Paris brings up that about Moniece's belly and stuff. She was like, oh, so you are pregnant and all of that stuff, and Princess was like, yeah, you guys heard about that? And it was like, what? And then she was telling them how Moniece went around saying that Brandy was carrying a baby. It's like, oh, if you guys see her anywhere, make sure you send that pin, and you know, I would be there and all that stuff. So Lyrica was like, girl, sit your ass down. You don't need to be fighting nobody, and you pregnant and stuff. Get into this next part, which was so funny. Kay is rehearsing for, I guess, her tour that's coming up. Lyrica walks in while she's in the middle of rehearsal. So they sit down and they're talking, and the conversation is going good. Seems like the conversation going good, all unicorns and rainbows and rose petals. It seemed like everything was alright. Kay made a comment saying, upset at me, you were an hour late and stuff like that. And she was just like, oh, I wasn't an hour late. And she was like, yes, she was. I had to pay for the extra time and all of that other stuff. And then she was like, oh, that's, Lyrica was like, that's management. That wasn't me, that was management. You can't be late for something and expect for people to be okay with it. That's just like going to a job. If you're late for a job, you can't get mad at your boss for being mad at you for being late. Like, that's your fault. You have to be accountable for your actions, and you have to be grown enough. And Kay made a point when she was like, Lyrica is spoiled. And I tweeted and was like, Lyrica is spoiled. And the reason why I say that is because it's self-explanatory. If you look at the show, you see she's very spoiled. Her mom is always there, and she just whiny, just crying all the time, looking for other people to solve her problems. And it just, she's very spoiled, she's very whiny, and that's why I never really grew to like Lyrica as much as I wanted to. She just come off a little bit childish and kiddish to me. I don't know, the girl is talented. Like, she wrote some amazing songs, and she writes, and Kay even said that, you know, you wrote a lot of good songs, but nobody cares. I felt like that was a little bit harsh, you know. Really, in a moment where these two could come together and really do something and, you know, work together possibly and make shit happen, it was like, it just was a shade fest. It was a mess. So I do feel like Lyrica is spoiled. Kay is right about that. So next thing you know, Kay stands up and she gets the mic, and she just, well, Lyrica was like, you gotta fake it till you make it. And Kay was like, I'm not faking nothing. I ain't faking nothing, like your fake marriage. It pinched the nerve. I don't know. I don't feel like their marriage is fake. Maybe it is. I don't know. You know, Kay, like, maybe she knows something we don't know. Wow, so Kay, after Lyrica leaves, after they had their little argument, Lyrica walks out and leaves. She was like, you know, that's why nobody fucks with you. So while Kay is in the middle of going in on this rant and stuff about Lyrica and her marriage, you know, this lady walks in and she's getting like a energy thing. It's like an IV that I guess pumps some type of liquid in her that gives her energy. But I found it very weird that you would get a IV put in you in the middle of your rehearsal, in the middle of taping. Like, I don't know. While she's there getting her IV put in her, Lyrica decides to walk back in, because she was like, oh, I'm not done with her. Walks in and she was like, you know, this is what you're doing, you coming back here with the same old thing. And Kay was just like, get out of here, blah, 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 just like yelling and screaming like a mad woman. Lyrica made a comment about her pinch nose. And it does look a little pinch. I'm not even gonna lie and pretend I love K Michelle, but girl, that nose is pinched. And she can't lie and say she ain't get no surgery. She can't say it's makeup. Girl, we know it's pinched. It look a little, just saying. It was like, it was just crazy. Kay was like trying to charge at her, threw the stool at her, was trying to fight her, and all type of stuff. It was just cussing her out and was like, you know, you tried to sleep with Safari because Safari called me and told me everything and all of that. And Lyrica was just like, I think Lyrica was like thrown for a loop, and she was like kind of shocked. And Kay said it's the truth, and she said she never lied. And you know, some of the stuff that she did bring up in the past seasons that she was on turned out to be true. So, but we gonna see. Okay, A1 is at Lucci's performance, and Lucci is, you know, performing his new single, Don't Remember, Don't Care. Like, I don't give a damn. The song sounds like everything else that is out right now. I'm tired of it. Apple Watts. She was dancing, she was twerking, you know, her butt was jiggling from left to right, you know, it was like a hurricane, like an earthquake. You know, so she goes and stopped dancing, and she goes over to A1 to tell him, you know, she wants to be, she was like, hey, you know, I want to be in the music business and stuff. And A1 was like, another stripper. And I feel the same way. I feel the same way. It's like, every season, every franchise, there's always a stripper that wants to stop stripping to do rapping or singing or something. And it's like, girl, he was like, you know, another stripper just trying to be a rapper that's trying to stop dancing and blah blah blah. So she was like, you know, I rap, and you know, I sing a little bit, you know, you want me to kick something for you? So she started rapping for him, and he was like, you know, do it again, I can't hear you, you know, you say you that bitch, right? You that bitch, so Go ahead, I need to hear you because I can't hear you. So she started rapping again, she gets louder, and then she starts breaking down and was singing a little bit. And it sounded pretty good. It didn't sound any different from what I heard before. Like the same thing. Bitches this, bitches that, fucking this, fucking that, my pussy this. It's just the same, just the same crap. She's twerking, she turns around and she's twerking and she's making her booty jiggle and stuff for A1, and A1 is like tipping her with some money, and Lyrica walks in. And I tweeted this, I was like, Lyrica walks in, she always walks in the moment where he's doing something fucked up, stupid, or something that she don't want him to do that he shouldn't be doing, but he's doing it anyway. So she always catches him at the wrong time, but the right moment, if that makes sense. The girl knew who Lyrica was, because as soon as Lyrica walked in, she was just like, I'm sorry, I don't mean no harm, I don't mean no disrespect. And Lyrica was like, this is a whole ass married man right here. Like, do you know what you're doing? Like, you know, just slap the hell out of A1. Cause she was like, what are you doing? You got this bitch ass in your face. And we all know how A1 acts. He get caught in some shit and he act like he ain't doing nothing wrong, when in reality, he's doing something wrong. So she was just like, you know, you got this bitch shaking her ass in your face, and he just slaps him. She just slaps him. And Apple Watts was like, ooh. And then she turns around and she was like, something about these bitches or this bitch or something. It's Apple Watts, and just started you know, swinging her little see-through skirt around to my Apple Watts. So in that moment, I was like, I already could see I'm not gonna like this girl. Lyrica and A1 goes outside and they're talking. So as they go outside, he was just like, you know, you ain't had to slap me in front of everybody, that was embarrassing. And she was like, no, you know, I have to deal with so much. I gotta deal with Kimberly Pinch-Nose or something like that. And he was like, who, K Michelle? And she started telling him breaking down everything, saying how K was saying that marriage is fake and was throwing a stool at her and stuff. And then she was just like whining. So A1 says he's gonna check K. Now this is my problem, and I'm going to get to that towards the end, and I'm going to explain why I said what I said about Lyrica, because I feel like in this moment she was being a baby, and you're sending your husband to do your work, you know, do your dirty work when it's a woman involved. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, but I'm gonna get to that. We see Apple Watts. Now I'm telling y'all, I don't know if this is in order, so I'm kind of going like all over the place. But we see Apple Watts in the cab, and she's on her way home, and she was just explaining, and in this moment I felt so bad for her, and I grew a certain type of understanding for her. You know, in that moment I let go of the judgment, because I got to see her for her. When she goes to work, she's around these rappers, these rich ballers, and she say, but that's not where she lives, that's not her life. She's from South Central LA. There's no palm trees, there's no none of that down, and we got to really see her and understand her storyline a little bit more. So, you know, once she gets home, she introduces us to her friend, I don't remember her name. You know, they never messed around. She's, you know, she's doing this for her kids. She wanted to get into the music business. She don't want to dance anymore, but she's doing it to take care of her kids. And she goes upstairs and she's speaking to her friend, and she's explaining to her like what happened, because her friend is like, okay, you know, what happened? What's wrong with you? What happened last night? You know, you're not acting yourself. So she was explaining to her what happened, how she met A1, and how the whole situation happened between her and Lyrica. She don't know if she messed up with them too, because she really wants to work with A1, but she don't know if she messed that up with the whole situation. And she was like, you know, you don't come to me. I could understand if you came, it was like, let me talk to my husband, and me put my husband to the side, as opposed to like trying to turn up on me. You know, that whole storyline, I feel like if she continues to give me this, I will have a real amount of respect for her. So Paris and Bridget Kelly goes to this fashion show, and Moniece, Mr. Ray is there, and Moniece's girlfriend is there. Paris and Bridget are talking, and she was like, you know, I met up with Kay and everything. She was like, oh my gosh. So Paris was like, you too? She was like, oh my god, you too? Paris was like, everybody that she's cool with, like all of her friends, are hanging around Kay. So she was like, you know, I don't want to make it awkward, so I'll talk to her and deal with her, but if she called me a thief again, it's going to be a problem. As they're sitting there talking, Bridget was like, you know, I'm going to give you her number, you know, if you don't want to talk to her, you don't have to, you know, it's your decision, it's what you want to do, but just take it into consideration. She's a changed person, she's different, ain't shit change about K Michelle, you know? But I noticed Paris is friends with a lot of people. Like, she know damn near every celebrity. She's damn near on everybody's Instagram story when they in the club or something. Like, damn. She leans over and she sees Moniece and Mr. Ray and all them. So she tells Bridget, you know, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna come right back. So she gets up and she walks out of the door and she was like, you damn right, I'm gonna tell Princess that Moniece is here. I was like, girl, why did you do that? Like, why are you doing that? Like, that's messy. You know what's going to happen. You know what's going to go down. And then the moment it goes down, you want to act like you didn't know or you didn't expect it to happen that way. And Princess came nitpicking at Moniece. So Moniece is quiet and she's trying to keep calm. She just mind her business. You know, she ain't saying nothing. And then that's when her girlfriend chimes in and started going off on Princess. All of a sudden, Moniece started going off on Princess as well. To me and let me know, I think she said, come to me or let me know when you have that demon seed. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Ooh, not demon seed. She was like, oh, maybe I could teach you how to be a real mother. That's what Princess told Moniece. And we all know how Moniece is when people speak on her parenting skills and about her being a parent. So next thing you know, she gets her chair and she goes to charge after Princess. And I'm like, no, we're not gonna do that. We is not gonna do that. That woman is pregnant now. If she was not pregnant, I wouldn't mind you throwing that chair across that room. You know why you pregnant? Like, why you keep putting yourself through this? Like, why you allowing this type of energy and this type of frequency into your life? Like, and they know what buttons to press when it comes to Moniece, and Moniece allows them to press it every single time. Girl, you gotta put a shield over that button of yours. Escort Princess outside, and then Moniece goes out the other door and she's charging after Princess. And prior to this, when Nikki, Princess, Paris, and the rest of them, they met up, Paris was like, you know, she'll fight for Princess, basically, because big belly bitches gotta stick together. So I do agree with that. But the way it went down, it was a little bit messy. So it's like we're not gonna get any solution or resolution to these two working it out and getting cool with each other. So they finna they finna continue this whole back and forth shenanigans. I wait to get to this point, because I'm about to go off. A1 goes to meet up with K Michelle, or Kimberly, because you know she goes by Kimberly now. So he goes to Kimberly's house to meet up with Kimberly to talk about what happened between her and his wife. So he goes into the home, you know, into Kimberly's home. She opened the door. It's beautiful. It's nice. She got on this flowy, you know, robe, I guess, or whatever it was. It was nice. It was cute. It looked very Caucasian. She had her little drink with her and everything. And they sit down and they're talking. And, you know, we saw it, so we know what was all discussed. And this is my problem. I'm all for defending your wife. You defend your wife no matter what. You stand by your wife no matter what. You stand and stick up for your husband no matter what. But let me tell you something. In this moment, this was between two women. This was amongst two women. There was no reason for A1 to even be involved of what was going on. Because my problem with A1 and Lyrica, and it's not necessarily, I don't know, it's both of them, shit. My problem with them is that this is amongst two women, and that's why I say Lyrica is so spoiled, because she's so used to other people handling and dealing with her problems, and she's not dealing with them herself. You had the problem with Kay. You didn't like what the things that Kay was saying to you, so you should have spoke to Kay and dealt with that on your own, not your husband coming to her. And I don't know what's the problem with these husbands going to K Michelle thinking they finna get in a battle with Kay, but I felt like it was wrong. I didn't like it. I mean, you could defend your wife, but I could see if it was a man coming for her or a man addressing her in a certain way. There was no reason for you to go and try to check K Michelle. That was her job. You should have let her check K Michelle, because they are both women. It was like he reads better than his wife, which is true, because the Lyrica could be trying to read and shade and it be so late and it just be tired and through. A1 can read. he called K Michelle a moon pie head ass, I think, and was just talking about, I was like, oh my God, like he was just reading K Michelle for filth. And me knowing how K Mouth is and how she can read and go off, I'm like, okay, say something. Okay, say something. Like, come on, K. And she just wouldn't say nothing. She was just like, you know, you fake ass Bob Marley, you know, go clean your dress, Little Richard, and all. That's another thing that I have a problem with. And I notice with women, like when they say something to a man, or like them or and a man is like kind of going at it, the first thing they will make like a gay joke, like calling them gay. And people, when a man is going at it with another woman, the first insult that comes out is, you know, it's a gay joke. It's about him being gay or being feminine or whatever because of something he's going back and forth with a woman. So that's something I don't too much care for either. Yeah, I did not like it, and that's why I call Lyrical spoiled, because you should have handled that on your own. You went and cried and whined to your husband for him to run and deal with your problems like he always do. Or like your mama to go deal with your problems like they always do. That was the end of the episode. That's all the stuff I remember. Now this review may seem like it's all over the place, unorganized or whatever, but I'm just getting back into doing reviews and I'm getting back to the feel of it. And I want to be able to do my reviews without having to write down everything or to type everything in my notes on my phone. Like, I don't want to have to do it. I want to be able to do everything off the top of my head. You know, I want to have fun with it. So, you know, I'm getting back into the feel of it. So next week I will be able, y'all bear with me, child. I should have it all together. It should be all right by next week. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm just getting back into the feel of it. I done got used to doing reaction videos, so now I'm getting back into doing my reviews. So I gotta be on it, you know. But I'm super excited. You know, make sure that you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and follow all of my social media down below in the description box. Click the bell to be notified when I upload.